Alright, this is what we're working on today. We got a little, I think it's a 55 or 56. We're gonna rebuild the rear end in it. Show y'all what we got. Just got a 12-bolt rear end. It's actually, I think the rear end's out of like a 70s model truck, but you can see we already got it tore down. I'm going to put new ring and pinion, new carrier in it. The actual carrier, the pin, they come apart in it, so we're gonna fix all that and put new ring and pinion, new setup in it, get it all ready to go. All right, so we got the old truck. You can see it. Got the rear end tore down. We're getting ready to rebuild it. As you see, we got all the races and everything out of it. Got the carrier. It actually sheared the carrier pin. So we're gonna go ahead and put. It just had an open carrier, open diff in it. So we're gonna go ahead and just put a pos unit in it. Go ahead and put a new gear in it. You know, new bearings, seals, the whole nine. You know, just kind of freshen it up. Gonna go ahead and put a new set of rear brake shoes and stuff on it too, just because they're from sitting. This thing got kind of crusty. Trying to stay disguised.
So we're doing a few twos.
That's the easiest way to put them on.
Man,
You already got the other side on?
Yeah. I don't like it this way. I don't like it.
Alright, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a cheat code. So this is the rear end. This is the new carrier going in the truck. You see we already pressed the bearings and everything on it. Not a big deal. Like I said, the old carrier was just an open carrier. This one's got, you know, got the posi, of course, or whatever. So, but I'm gonna show you a little trick on these things, just for you. Like if you don't have the pinion tool, you know, some of these tools to build rear ends, they get really expensive. So unless you just got like pockets full of money and you own a shop, it's not worth it for you to have them. But let me show you a little trick on this so I can get it off one-handed. What you do, take the old bearing, you see in there, Dremel the inside of it down a little bit, polish it up, and then that way when you're actually doing your setup, because I know if you've done these, it just slides right on. So that allows you not to have to keep pressing that bearing on and off. And then when you actually do your final setup, just save this bearing. You know, you don't never know if you're gonna do another 12 bolt or whatever, and just save it. And then when you go back, use your new bearing, and then press it on, and it'll hold on tight. That's just kind of a little trick of the trade people do that they don't really tell a lot of people. Like I said, because if you don't have the pinion setup tool, it just makes it a little easier. You're gonna be in and out with this thing, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times. So that way you're not having to change the shim and chance tearing this new bearing up when you pressing it out to change the shims on it. All right, so there you go. You got the pattern set up right there. Let me see how it turned where you can see it. Got the backlash set, everything ready to go back together for now. We'll just put the cover on it. Alright, so that's going to wrap us up on the little rear end job. As you see, we tested it. Posi's working. Everything turned out good. Not a bad looking old truck. Stay tuned for the next videos.